Hi, I'm Margaret Lynn, and I can't wait to share with you today my Green Smoothie Freezer Pack class. We're going to be prepping smoothies in our freezer packs that you can stick in your freezer, and when you're ready for your smoothie, all you do is take your freezer pack, add some liquid, and you have a simple, easy, convenient, nutritious meal. Like most of you, my days are packed. And with 2 children, it's hard to find that time to make those healthy meal choices. This Green Smoothie Freezer Pack class is going to show you how to make delicious smoothies that are ready for you in your freezer, and all you have to do is add liquid. Now, don't let the word green scare you. Green smoothies are typically 40% greens and 60% fruits, liquids, and other add-ins. And most of the time, the greens aren't even detectable to the taste buds, which makes it extremely kid-friendly as well. As a mom, I want to make sure my children are getting as many nutrients in their bodies as they can. And these smoothies make that possible. And children are going to love making their own smoothie freezer packs as well. They can choose their favorite ingredients, make their freezer packs, write their names on it, and when they're ready for their smoothies, they just add a little liquid and their smoothies are ready. Now, of course, you can add any ingredients you would like to your smoothie freezer packs. But today, we're going to be focusing on 4 recipes. We're going to have our lean green smoothie. We're going to have our almond banana smoothie. We're going to make a green protein smoothie and an avocado banana smoothie. In addition to making these super fun, nutritious smoothie freezer packs, we're going to be using them as our class projects as well. So you can whiz up your smoothie, take a picture of it, and post it in the projects. Also, whenever you discover a new favorite recipe, share your recipe with the rest of the class. Now, there's very minimal prep work with your smoothie freezer packs, but there are some key points that I want to discuss to make your prep work simple. So let's get started with our prep work. Like I said before, the prep work for these smoothie freezer packs is very minimal, but there are a few key things to make prepping these packs super simple. The first thing is going to be what you store your smoothies in. You want to make sure you get the quart size resealable freezer bags. And make sure they are the freezer bags, not the storage bags. And make sure after you've used your freezer packs to wash and dry them so that you can reuse them for your next freezer packs. The next thing you're going to want on hand is a Sharpie. You're going to want to make sure that you not only label your smoothie packs, but date them. And after you use the smoothie pack, go ahead and cross off the smoothie that you've just made, so that way when you reuse the smoothie packs, you don't get confused. You're also going to want to make sure that your ingredients are going to work for your blender. So go ahead and pre-chop as many ingredients as you can, like my bananas and my avocados. Now, another great tip is to freeze your yogurt. If you spoon fresh yogurt into your freezer packs, it's going to stick to the sides and just become messy. So what I like to do is to take an ice cube tray, spoon your yogurt into the cubes, and then freeze it overnight. And then you'll come out with these beautiful yogurt ice cubes, and you can simply drop the cube right into the freezer packs. And when you blend it up with your smoothie, it's going to be super creamy, and your smoothies are going to be packed with even more protein. And one last tip is your blender. I love to use my Vitamix. This Vitamix will blend any type of food into a nice smooth consistency. Now, if you don't have a high-powered blender like a Vitamix or a Ninja, that's okay. Just make sure that your ingredients are chopped up small enough that when you put it in the blender, it's not going to make your motor run too hard. Also, you're going to want to let it run for about 30 seconds to 45 seconds to make sure it's nice and smooth. Now let's get started with our first smoothie, the lean green smoothie pack. Let's get started with our first green smoothie freezer pack. This is the lean green smoothie pack. the first thing you're going to want to do is to label your bags. So on here I have the lean green smoothie and then I have the date. So that's your step one with your packs, because once you have everything in here, it's going to be a little awkward to label them. So the first thing that is always going to go into your freezer bag first is your greens. In this smoothie, we are using spinach. It has a very mild flavor, and when you blend it up, you're not even going to taste the green of the spinach. So I'm going to use about a cup of our spinach. My bananas are fresh. I just bought them fresh and then I chopped them. So you want to make sure you chop your fruit as best as you can. It's going to make it easier on your blender. So this is one banana chopped up, and I'm just going to add the whole banana right into my freezer pack. All right. So next we have our peaches. Now I've bought my peaches frozen, but you know, if it's peach season or if you're in Georgia and you've got some amazing, ripe, delicious peaches, pick those bad boys fresh, chop them up, and you can put them fresh into your bags. You don't have to freeze them first because this is all going to go in the freezer. So just for convenience and time purposes, I bought my peaches already frozen. So go ahead and use about 1/4 cup of your peaches. Our next fruit is strawberries. Now you can absolutely buy these fresh. I bought mine frozen again for just time and convenience. And a lot of times, especially in the winter when it's not strawberry season, the frozen strawberries have better flavor than the fresh. So choose whether you want to do the fresh, you just pop them right into your bags, or the frozen. Either works just fine. And you're going to use about 1/4 cup of strawberries as well. Now the last thing we're going to put in our packs is our yogurt. Now remember how I told you to prep your yogurt in the ice cube trays. So you're going to take your yogurt cubes and add them right into the bag. I'm going to add about 2 cubes of yogurt. Now the last thing you're going to do is you're going to seal up your bag and make sure that you squeeze all of the air out of your bag. That's going to help frost not to form. So if you can get as much air out as possible. And there's your lean green smoothie pack. Now, when we go and blend this, we're just going to add a cup of almond milk, and you're going to squeeze a little bit of honey in there. Then you're going to add your freezer pack, and you're going to be good to go. And I'm going to show you how to do that as well, because I have some already frozen and ready to go. Now after you seal up your freezer pack, you're going to stick this right into the freezer. You're going to let it freeze overnight, and it's going to last you about 3 months in the freezer. That's right, this guy is going to stay fresh in the freezer for about 3 months. So that's why the date is important, because if you end up prepping lots of these freezer packs, you're going to forget which freezer packs to use first. So make sure you always write the date on your packs. So let's stick this in the freezer. I'm going to pull out my lean green smoothie pack that's already been frozen, and I'm going to show you what this smoothie looks like when you blend it up. So after you put your freezer pack overnight in the freezer, you're going to just want to mix it with a cup of almond milk and a little bit of honey. So I'm going to blend it all together, and I'm going to show you what the lean green smoothie is all about. So you're going to take your liquid first, and you're just going to add about 1 cup to your blender. Then you're going to add maybe about a teaspoon of honey, so you can sweeten it to your liking. If you like it a little bit sweeter, add a little more or less. And then open your freezer pack and add it right into your blender. So everything goes right in. Now all you do is add the top to your blender, turn it on high, and make sure you blend it for at least 30 seconds. Here we go. Now depending on the consistency that you like your smoothies, you may want to add a little bit more liquid. But in just 30 seconds, you're going to have your delicious lean green smoothie ready to go. Now this is a 2-cup mason jar. So as you can see, it makes a nice size smoothie. It's gonna keep you full for a very long time and give you tons of energy and nutrients for the rest of your day. So here you have it, your lean green smoothie. So next we're gonna make our banana almond smoothie pack. Our next smoothie pack is gonna be our banana almond smoothie. Now this is super simple, just a few ingredients, but it has so much flavor and it's packed full of nutrients. So remember, the first thing you want to do is label your bag banana almond smoothie and put the date. Now we're going to start with our spinach. We're going to add a little bit more, maybe about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of spinach in this one. Since it's just a few ingredients, you want as much of the greens as you can in your smoothie pack. Then you're going to add 1 banana, fresh or frozen. This is fresh and it's just chopped. So you're going to add that on in your bag. That's it. So easy, right? So zip it up. Remember to squeeze as much air out as you can so that it doesn't get frost. Pop this into your freezer overnight. It's going to last up to 3 months, which is why you want to make sure you date your freezer packs if you're making a bunch of them. I have one already in the freezer ready to go, so I'm going to show you what it looks like blended with our almond milk and our honey. All right, it's time to blend our banana almond smoothie pack. So go ahead and add about 1 cup to 1.5 cups of almond milk. Start with 1 cup of liquid, and that way as you blend, if the consistency is a little thick, you can add a little bit more milk. So we're going to add just about 1 cup of almond milk, just a squeeze of honey, so maybe just about a teaspoon of honey, a little less if you don't like it as sweet, and then my favorite part, the freezer pack. So just open it up, plop it all in there, and now we're going to blend it up. I'm going to show you what this banana almond smoothie looks like. So after it's been blending for about 30 seconds or so, you want to make sure everything is nice and blended. You're just going to pour it right into your glass, and look at that beautiful color. Now that's what it's all about, that bright green, rich color. Now that is packed full of tons of nutrients. It's nice and cold, perfect for summer, and it's so simple, so convenient. Our banana almond smoothie. Now this is what I call breakfast. All right, our next smoothie is our green protein smoothie. Just like you've done before, make sure step number 1 is label your bag with the name and the date on the front. So we always start with our greens. We have spinach again. I love to use spinach in my smoothies because it has a very mild flavor. I don't mind the flavor of kale or other greens, but my little one can detect those flavors right away. So I always stick to spinach, which has a very mild flavor, and that way I know she's still getting those nutrients in her smoothies every day as well. So a nice big handful, about 1.5 cups of your greens. And you know, as you're making these, feel free to change it up as much as you like. So you can add kale or collards or any other greens that you like. Next, we're going to add pineapple. So this was a fresh pineapple. I chopped it up, and then I actually stuck mine in the freezer just to keep it fresh because I knew we wouldn't eat it as fast as I would like. And I like to use mine for smoothies as well. But you can chop up a fresh pineapple and put the fresh pineapple into your freezer packs, or you can buy frozen, already chopped pineapple as well, and that works just the same. So about 1/2 cup of pineapple. We're going to do maybe about half of a banana. And then for our protein is our yogurt. So this is a Greek yogurt. I put it in the ice cube trays and frozen the ice cube trays, put them in a baggie, and then you get these really awesome yogurt cubes. So we're going to add about 3 yogurt cubes. It's probably about a heaping tablespoon. So maybe about 3 to 4 tablespoons of yogurt. That's all for the pack. Go ahead and squeeze that air out, seal it up really good. And we're gonna pop this one in the freezer. And I'm gonna show you what this looks like blended up. The liquid in this one is just water. So there's tons of flavor going on in the freezer pack. If you'd like to use almond milk or maybe orange juice, feel free to swap out the water. But for this recipe, we are going with water and then a little bit of our honey bear. All right, so after you have put your green protein smoothie freezer pack in the freezer overnight, go ahead and take it out, and we're gonna mix it with about 1.5 cups of water and about a teaspoon or so of honey. So you'll add your liquid first. I'm gonna go maybe 1.25 cups, so a little bit more than a cup, and then just a squeeze of honey. Add as much as you'd like. If you want it a little bit sweeter, then go a little bit heavier on the honey. And then open up your freezer pack, your green protein smoothie pack, and then make sure you blend on high for at least 30 seconds, a little bit longer, to make sure everything is nice and smooth. All right, after it's all done, pour it in your glass. And again, you have this beautiful green, rich color smoothie. So our green protein smoothie. So delicious, full of nutrients, and it's gonna keep you full for hours. Our last smoothie today is gonna be our avocado banana freezer smoothie pack. Now, this smoothie is actually going to be made with orange juice, and like any of our smoothies, you can always swap out any of the ingredients. But as you're labeling your bags, make sure you put the name and the date and then what liquid you're using. So because this is different than our almond milk or our water, I put in parentheses OJ. So make sure that you label them, and that way you always know which liquid to add to which smoothies. So our green in this smoothie is actually our avocado. So avocado is that good, healthy fat. So about half of an avocado, and we just have it chopped up here. So you want to make sure you chop it so that it can be blended up nicely in your blender. Then we're going to add a whole banana. So I already have my banana chopped up here. We're just going to add that right into our bag. And then the last thing that goes into our bag is our yogurt. And so again, these are the yogurt cubes that I've frozen prior in the ice cube trays. So I'm going to do 2 yogurt cubes. If you like more yogurt, feel free to do more. Feel free to add less. Leave it out all together. This is your smoothie pack, so you make it to your liking. Make sure you are squeezing all the air out. And that's it. How easy are these to prep? We're going to put this in the freezer overnight, and I already have one in the freezer ready to go, so I'm going to show you what this smoothie looks like with our orange juice and a little bit of honey. All right, so we start with our liquid first, and we're going to do about 1 cup of orange juice. Pour that right into your blender. And then we're going to do about a teaspoon again of honey. That's kind of my go-to measurement. I just kind of do an eyeball. Sometimes I want it a little sweeter, sometimes not so much. So whatever mood you're in, that's how much honey you add. And then our avocado banana green smoothie pack. So open that up. We have our avocado, our banana, our yogurt cubes. Now put the top on. Blend it up on high for a good 30 seconds, and I'm going to show you what this smoothie looks like. All right, so once you're done blending, I'm going to just pour it right into our glass so you can see. Now, what you're going to find with avocado is it's going to make for a very rich and thick smoothie. So don't be alarmed, that's just the avocado at work. So we're just going to pour that right into our jar. Now, if you want it not as thick, just add a little bit more liquid and it'll smooth it right out for you. So there you go, our avocado banana smoothie. So this is going to keep you super full for hours throughout the day. It's going to keep your energy high, and you're going to be so happy that you picked the healthy fast food. So after you've made your smoothie packs, take a picture of them, take a picture of your blended smoothies and any new recipes that you find you fall in love with. Take the pictures, post it in our projects, and share with your class so we can all enjoy these smoothies together. Thank you so much for joining me today with our Green Smoothie Freezer Packs. It was so much fun making these smoothies. They're fast, easy, and they make mealtime extremely convenient. You can see all of our beautiful green smoothies are ready to go. You just pop those packs in the freezer, and when you're ready to blend, pull them out, mix them with your liquid, and you'll have beautiful smoothies ready to go on the spot. They're going to keep your body full of nutrients, and one of my favorite things about these smoothies are your kids are going to love them. So not only are you flooding your body with the nutrients, but your little ones are getting all those nutrients in these smoothies as well. Thank you so much for joining me.